My precious child. Today, I speak into the depths of your heart. I see beyond your outward smile. I hear the silent cries that echo through your nights. And I want you to know, you are not alone. I have never left you, not even for a heartbeat. Not in your loneliest hour, not in your moments of quiet desperation. I have heard the prayers you whispered into your pillow, the ones soaked in tears. I have seen the questions in your eyes as you ask, Lord, where are you in all of this? My answer is simple, I am here. Right now, in this very moment, I wrap you in my unchanging love. My arms are your safe place. When fear rises like a storm, when anxiety clouds your path, come to me. I am your refuge. I am your hiding place. I am your strong tower when the winds of life howl against you. Let the worries fade now. Lay them at my feet. The burdens you've carried alone, let them fall. You were never created to carry them by yourself. I am your God, your Father, and I long to carry them with you. When you feel overwhelmed by uncertainty, remember, I am never uncertain. When you feel weak, know that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. I am not far off, watching from a distance. I am closer than your next breath. You may not understand all the reasons for what you're walking through, but you don't need to. You only need to understand this, I am with you. I walk with you through every valley. I stand beside you in every storm. I rejoice with you in your victories and weep with you in your pain. There has never been a moment I turned my face away from you. Never. So take a deep breath. Let your soul remember whose you are. You are mine, cherished, chosen, and completely loved. You don't need to earn my affection or prove your worth. You already have it. This is your moment to be still. Listen for my voice. It's not in the chaos, not in the thunder, but in the whisper. I am whispering peace into your heart. I am whispering healing into your soul. I am speaking life into your weary places. Let this be a new beginning. A holy turning point. From this day forward, walk knowing you are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are held. I have not only seen your pain, I have felt it with you. And now I come to bring you something more. Hope. A future. A promise that you are never walking this path alone. You were never meant to. So come. Sit with me. Let me be your safe place. Now that your heart has begun to rest, listen closely, I want to show you something. Even in the moments when heaven seems silent, I am not still. I am moving. I am arranging. I am preparing what you cannot yet see. You may wonder why the answers have taken so long. Why the doors haven't opened. Why the healing hasn't come. But, child, trust me, there has not been a single wasted second. While you wait, I am shaping the unseen. I'm weaving threads of purpose through every unanswered prayer, every sleepless night, every ache of your soul. I am not slow as some understand slowness, I am strategic. I am perfect in timing, intentional in execution, and full of mercy in every decision. What looks like a delay is divine preparation. What feels like silence is actually me whispering to your spirit, be patient. I'm doing something beautiful. Don't measure my faithfulness by what's visible. Look deeper. I've been holding your every tear, capturing each one like a diamond in my hand. I've heard the groanings you couldn't put into words, those moments when you simply sat in silence because you didn't know how to pray anymore. That silence was not empty to me. It was sacred. Holy ground. You may feel like your faith is small. But even faith the size of a mustard seed moves mountains. You've kept going when it would have been easier to quit. You've shown up with trembling hands, prayed through clenched teeth, and held on when everything said to let go. That matters to me. You matter to me. So today, I invite you to stop trying to figure everything out. Let go of the pressure to have it all together. You were never meant to carry the weight of understanding every why. You were meant to carry one truth: I am with you. That alone is enough. Keep showing up in the small moments. Open your Bible. Whisper my name. Sit with me in the quiet. These aren't just spiritual routines, they are divine encounters. Every second you spend with me is a seed, and those seeds are taking root. You just haven't seen the harvest yet. But it's coming. The doors I will open, no one can shut. The blessings I am preparing won't come by striving, but by surrender. Keep your heart soft. Keep your hands open. Keep trusting that I am God, not just when things are easy, but especially when they're not. Because the truth is this: I am working behind every closed curtain, answering prayers you didn't know how to speak, building a testimony that will one day bring others to me. So do not fear the silence. For even in the stillness, I am speaking. Even in the wait, I am moving. Even now, I am making all things new. You may not realize it yet, but even your detours have direction. What you thought was a delay, what you labeled as failure, what seemed like a closed door, none of it escaped my attention. I am not just present in your victories, I am present in your valleys. In fact, it is often through the winding paths and unexpected turns that I lead you exactly where you were always meant to go. Let your heart receive this truth: you have not missed your calling. You haven't wandered too far. You haven't been disqualified. You're still in my plan. There is a holy work I am doing in the hidden places of your life. I am reshaping what was broken, restoring what was stolen, and reviving what seemed dead. You may not understand all of it right now, but someday, you'll look back and see that every season carried meaning. Every step, even the painful ones, was preparing you for something greater. I have not asked you to be perfect, only to be present. Present with me. Present in this moment. Present enough to say, Lord, I'm here. I'm listening. Because even in your questioning, I am answering. Some of the most beautiful growth happens when no one else is watching. While others see silence, I see transformation. In the soil of surrender, I plant vision. In the ashes of disappointment, I stir up new dreams. In your quiet obedience, I prepare you for influence, not for fame, but for fruitfulness. I am not just fixing what was broken, I am creating something better than before. My intention has never been just to get you through, but to bring you forward. Forward into clarity. Forward into peace. Forward into the joy of walking in step with me. So take heart, beloved. You haven't been forgotten. You've been fashioned. Yes, I've seen you weary. But I've also seen your faith. You've stood when it felt easier to fall. You've whispered prayers when you didn't even know if I was listening. And though your surroundings may not have changed yet, your heart has, and that is the greatest miracle of all. You are not waiting to begin your purpose, you are living in it now. Every act of kindness, every quiet prayer, every step taken in love, these are the building blocks of the future I've designed for you. It's not about what the world applauds, but what heaven recognizes. The path ahead may not be free of trials, but it is full of promise. And I will not send you alone. I go before you to clear the way. I walk beside you to comfort. I remain behind you to guard your steps. Do not compare your journey to others. What I have for you is unique. Custom designed. Tailor-fit for your heart, your gifts, your story. And it is good, so good. Trust the process. Trust the slow growth. Trust the quiet steps. Because I'm not just guiding you toward a destination. I'm guiding you toward purpose. Now that you're walking forward, even if with trembling steps, let me remind you of something sacred: who you are. Not who the world says you are. Not what your past tries to define you by. Not even the version of yourself shaped by fear or failure. But who I say you are. You are my beloved. Not because of anything you've done, but because of who I am. I created you with care. I formed every part of you with intention. I breathed my spirit into you, not so you would simply survive this life, but so you would thrive in relationship with me. When you feel unseen, remember, I see you completely. When you feel unheard, know this, I'm listening before you even speak. I know your thoughts, your hopes, your silent cries. Nothing about you is hidden from me. Nothing surprises me. And still, I call you mine. I've watched you carry burdens that felt too heavy. I've seen you try to stay strong for everyone else. But you don't have to keep doing that. Come rest. You weren't created to be everything for everyone, you were created to be held by me. Let go of the pressure to perform. Let go of the need to have it all figured out. I'm not interested in your perfection, I desire your presence. I don't need fancy words, I just want your heart. Even your messy, uncertain, wounded heart. Because that's where transformation begins. When you open yourself to me, walls begin to fall. Chains loosen. Shame loses its grip. My love enters like light into a dark room, chasing out every shadow. That ache you feel, the longing for more, it's not weakness. It's the echo of your soul remembering who you belong to. You belong with me. You don't have to be brave all the time. You don't have to pretend that everything is okay. It's okay to sit with me in your vulnerability. I am not turned off by your questions. I'm not afraid of your doubts. You can bring it all, the confusion, the anger, the heartbreak, and lay it at my feet. I am gentle with those who come broken. I am kind to those who feel lost. And I promise you this, you are never forgotten. Even when you feel like you've slipped through the cracks, I am holding your name close to my heart. Engraved, not in sand where it can wash away, but on the palm of my hand. Every moment of your life matters to me. So breathe. Breathe deeply and know that you are covered. Not just by a promise, but by my very presence. I go before you to light the path, and I stay behind to protect what you've overcome. There is not a moment when you walk alone. I am your constant. Let my love wrap around you now. Let it become the foundation you stand on when everything else shakes. Let it be the voice that silences fear, the peace that stills your racing mind, and the strength that rises when your own runs out. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are fully known, and still, deeply loved. Now that your heart has begun to settle in the truth that you are seen and cherished, let me take you a little deeper, into the places you've tried to forget. The broken pieces. The dreams that didn't unfold the way you hoped. The moments that wounded you so deeply, you buried them in silence. Yes, even those. I see the parts of your life you've labeled as ruined, the chapters you've tried to skip over. But I want you to hear me clearly, nothing is beyond my ability to restore. What looks like loss to you is not the end, it is the beginning of something sacred. I specialize in bringing beauty from ashes. I don't discard the pieces that feel shattered. I gather them gently. I breathe over them. I redeem what was meant to harm you, and I reshape it into something that carries my glory. There is no experience, no heartbreak, no disappointment too far gone. Your pain does not disqualify you, it draws me even closer. I am not intimidated by what you've walked through. I'm not put off by your history. In fact, I want to use it. Every tear, every detour, every silent battle, it will become the testimony that speaks of my faithfulness. I know you've questioned how anything good could come from what you've endured. But you don't need to figure that out. That's my job. Yours is simply to trust me. Let me lift the heaviness off your shoulders. You don't have to keep carrying it. You don't have to pretend that it doesn't still hurt. Bring it to me, every regret, every what if, every wound you tried to heal on your own. I am gentle with your story. I write redemption where the world said ruined. I know how to restore lost time. I know how to rebuild what was torn down. I know how to awaken dreams that you thought were buried for good. This is not the end. This is me rewriting what you thought was finished. The enemy tried to close the book, but I've turned the page. I'm not done with your story, and neither should you be. You don't have to live in survival mode anymore. You were made for more than just getting by. You were made to live fully, freely, boldly. And I am leading you into that space, step by step. Don't rush the process. Let me walk with you through the healing. Let me be your comfort when memories sting. Let me restore the joy that felt lost, the peace that's been buried, the hope you've hesitated to believe in again. It's okay to start small. One breath. One prayer. One step. You don't have to leap into the future. Just take my hand and let me walk you there. I'm doing more than mending what was broken. I'm creating something entirely new, something deeper, richer, more radiant than what was before. You are not just being repaired. You are being restored. Now that the healing has begun and the weight is lifting, it's time to look ahead, not with fear, but with boldness. Because I, your heavenly Father, am calling you forward. Not into the same life you've known before, but into something greater. Something fuller. Something soaked in promise and purpose. You've walked through shadows, but now light breaks through. You've waited in stillness, and now momentum begins to stir. I have been preparing the way, even when it seemed like nothing was moving. What felt like a wilderness has been a refining place, a sacred space where I've deepened your roots so you could carry more. And now, I am inviting you to rise. Rise into your calling. Rise into confidence. Rise into the identity I crafted for you before time began. No more shrinking back. No more hiding behind the voices that told you you're not enough. I, the Lord your God, have placed a fire in your spirit and truth in your steps. You are equipped, anointed, and chosen. You do not move forward in your own strength, you move forward in mine. You are not who your past says you are. You are not what your fears try to declare. You are who I say you are, more than a conqueror. A light in the darkness. A child of divine destiny. There will still be moments of challenge, but you will not walk into them the same way you once did. Now, you walk covered in peace, clothed in purpose, and shielded by grace. My Spirit goes before you to prepare the path and stands behind you to protect every gain. Every step you take in faith now unlocks doors that have long been closed. Every moment you choose trust over fear is a declaration to the world that I am with you. Do not wait until you feel ready. If you knew the whole plan, you wouldn't need faith. But your trust is enough. I delight in your courage, even when it feels small. I rejoice when you move, not because you're confident in yourself, but because you're confident in me. Watch how I provide. Watch how I speak through you. Watch how I open doors and create divine appointments that only I could orchestrate. You are stepping into a season of fulfillment, not because everything will be perfect, but because your heart is aligned with mine. Your dreams, your influence, your relationships, everything will begin to reflect the love you've found in my presence. You will not need to chase what others have. You will not need to strive for validation. I will establish you. I will lift you at the right time. You only need to keep walking with me, day by day, moment by moment. Celebrate how far you've come. Give me thanks for what I've carried you through. And lift your eyes, there is more ahead than behind. The horizon glows with promise. The future sings with hope. You've trusted me through the darkness. Now, trust me in the light. Because your story is not one of mere survival. It's a testimony of grace, of redemption, and of victory. So go, beloved. Step boldly into the life I prepared for you.